What's up everyone, nobody here with another episode of the show Rig on Fire. As you may know, I'm going to have a tour for my new album in Brazil in October. One of the songs of my new album has a drop D. In my case, it's a drop D flat because my tuning is always half step below. I think you may know as well, Dtuna, this mechanism for Floyd rules, doesn't work very well with the floating tremolos. Because when you change the tuning of one string, it's going to mess up all the other strings because you're going to have springs against the string tension. So you're gonna need to block the tremolo, otherwise it's not gonna work. This one is EVH Dtuna, and Eddie Van Halen never used a floating tremolo, so he never got that kind of problem, right? But for addicted floating tremolo like me, this is never gonna work. So I bought this piece of gear here. This is the Hardy Taylor from Engl. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this shit with my own money. By the way, freaking expensive, $90 for a piece of metal. Okay, but it works like a charm. So let's take a look at this video, how I set up this guitar with this two piece of gear. And as you can see here, I made this hole on my back box Floyd Rose space here. Let's take a look at this video. I'll be right back. As you're able to see, was kind of easy. As I said, I was super afraid to mess up with the wood of the guitar and make a mess or end up with a very ugly job here. So, but I think it's okay. And this is really cool because this piece of gear here make my life a little bit easier. Otherwise, I'm going to need another guitar instrument. So I'm going to use on my tour just my 7-string Solar and my Signature 6 strings, and when I need a drop D, I'm good to go. Let me show how that works. Disclaimer, the next part of the video was recorded for my other channel. You may know I'm from Brazil, but I live here in the United States for the last 10 years, and I started this new channel because I think it makes sense. But my biggest channel is in Portuguese for my audience in Brazil, so I recorded the first part of the video in Portuguese, and now you're going to watch this video with my voice in English over my voice in Portuguese. Otherwise it's gonna be too crazy, shoot two different videos for two different channels. Thanks for understanding. Let's go to the video. I'll be right back.
First of all, let's check the standard tuning here. First of all, we need to release the right tailor to block the bridge. And now the bridge is not going to be a floating tremolo anymore. And now we release the Dtuna. As you can see, the tuning is perfect. Now let's go back to the standard tuning, put everything back, put the Dtuna back and the hard tailor. And now the bridge is floating again, so I can have my standard way to use the Floyd Rose.
Very cool, right? This is amazing. To be honest, I didn't expect to work so well, because, you know, as you are able to see, it's very stable and make everything much easier, so much easier for me. And now I have my Dtuna work on a floating tremolo. That's awesome. And I think that's it. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up. If you want to check those two songs called Heavy Droids and Escape the Reality Room, those two songs gonna be on my new album, which is going to release in September 21. Show some love, go there, listen to that shit. Thanks for watching, see you next time.